I'm Lily.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Kevin. And people have questions. And that's why we're trying to get to
the root of all stuff.
How many acres of land is the Sahara Desert?
How do they decide where the Summer Olympics are going to be held?
What makes fragile things easy to break?
What are some of the world's greatest world records?
What chemicals make Velcro?
How are little kids so gullible?
How do you breed dogs?
How deep is the ocean?
What is time?
Who was the first person in space?
Where is the Earth in the universe?
How do things explode?
How high is space?
How do trains stay on the tracks?
How can you tell what's alive and what's not?
Where do people come from?
How do airplanes fly?
Where is the North Pole? And can you travel north from there?
These are just some of the questions that we're going to discuss on the new podcast, The Root of All Stuff.
And that's what we're aiming to get at, is the root of all stuff. We think we're going to have a very exciting season for our listeners, and we thank you for joining us here on this new podcast. If anybody has any questions about the show, or if they would like to be on the show, then they should feel free to contact us on Facebook, on our Facebook group at The Root of All Stuff. Our email address is, Josh, you have that?
I do, Kevin. It is The Root of All Stuff, that's one word, at gmail.com.
Feel free to email us anytime. We will try to do our best to respond if we don't respond directly on the show. And for this season, I will be your host. My name is Kevin McDuffie, and my co-host is Josh Lutz. Say hello to our listeners, Josh.
Hello to our listeners, Josh.
Very good. So, feel free to listen in, subscribe. Let us know what you guys want to hear about. What questions do you have? What topics do you want brought up? There are no topics that are off limits. We will try to have as many guests as we can who are knowledgeable about any given topic, if we can find them.
So let's give you a brief overview of how this show works. The main purpose of the show is that there is no main idea.
There's no set topic, right?
Anything and everything we can discuss. If you have something that you're afraid to ask somebody about, say you've been thinking about it keeps you up at night, or maybe
or something that you've been asking since you were a little kid and you've just never found the answers to. We may not have the answers, but we will do our best to get to the root of it. We are in this game with our listeners. They can bring up topics, we can bring up topics, our guests can bring up topics, and nothing's off limits. They should feel free to say whatever's on their mind. They should feel free to say it however in the hell they want to, because this is an explicit show.
Yes. There's an entire universe of things to think about.
There's all kinds of stuff out there.
And wherever the discussion takes us, it's wherever the discussion takes us. Like I said, we're on this adventure with you.
Yes.
If we reach a debate, then we shall debate.
Indeed.
We reach an inquiry, we shall make the necessary inquiries.
Yep.
It may bring up side topics for other shows.
Indeed. And yeah, that's the best way, I think, to get to the root of all stuff is talk about it. Get it out there. Any discussion you have may lead to even better discussions. And I think that's one of the biggest problems in the world right now, Josh, is that so many people have so many questions or so many ideas or so many topics that people just feel uncomfortable talking about. But as we've discovered through our years of working together, you and I are not very shy about that, and we will discuss just about anything.
Damn near.
Yeah. Actually, I'd say pretty much everything.
Yeah. That's no lie. We've discussed taking over Britain. We've discussed.
We're not actually going to do that, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
Much
not a good plan.
Nah. We're going to let them do what they do. But like we said, knowledge is power, and you, the audience, give us the power, and we can never thank you enough for letting us go on this journey with you.
Indeed, it is a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and we hope you enjoy the root of all stuff.